Hi there. In this video I'm going to try and show you the stepped keyboard. We'll be having a close-up later on so that you can see the stepped keyboard and how that's important for being able to use the thumb in playing technique. And I will give you an example of using the thumb on row 3. Row 3 is the outside row of buttons. I'll see you at the end of the video. Okay, this is a fairly close-up view of the left hand of the Atzarin Bandonion, and you'll see that I'm hiding my middle finger so that you can get a better view of the index finger and the ring finger there. You'll notice that the thumb is in position 2 on the middle row, and in fact that chord is a C major chord. I'm playing C, that's 1 octave, C, that's 1 octave below middle C. I'm playing G, just below middle C, and E, just above middle C. Now, I wanted to start this part of the video by talking about the physical shape of the keyboard. And we're looking at this chord shape here, which is for C major. Notice that because the rows of buttons are curved, it's very easy for the thumb to follow the curve of the buttons there. So instead of playing the C where I was playing it, I can move it down an octave very easily. Now, another thing to notice about the physical shape of the keyboard arrangement is that the buttons are stepped, and you may be able to get a better idea of that stepping here. You can see the button on row 1 is lower than the button on row 2. You can see more of the button projecting out of the surface of the end of the instrument there, and the button on row 3 is higher. Let's try and get another view there. You can see the stepping better. Now, that stepping is particularly important for the use of the thumb in playing technique, to be able to play the thumb on the different rows. And you can see it's possible to play on row 3 as well. And that's caused a lot of excitement amongst people who have been inquiring about the Atzarin Bandonion. Different accordionists are particularly interested in being able to use the thumb on row 3. So let's have a brief look at an example of using the thumb on row 3. If we take Romance de Barrio, which is a Tango Waltz, and in the arrangement by Mederos, in bars 25 to 27, there's a chromatic descent on the left hand which goes from D to D flat, C, B, and then there's a very low G which is played with the thumb. So let's look at that on the left hand. So the descent on the left hand is, with me trying to show you the fingers here, the third finger on the first row, and this is pulling the bellows out. So third finger, first row is D, we move on to E flat, C, B, and thumb for G. That was G there. So we're playing. Once we've reached this G, and the next bar of music, bar 27, we need to play C as the fundamental and the top notes of the C chord, which in this case a G and E, looking at that position of the C chord that we saw earlier in this video. So the thumb is being used on the third row here to play the G, and then it's sliding from that button onto the C. And then we're using the index finger and the ring finger, if you can see that, to play the G and the E on the C major chord there. So let's look at that again. Let's play it with the right hand. Again. The important thing there is to see the slide from the G on the third row to the C on the second row using the thumb. Okay, that brings us to the end of this short video about using the thumb on the stepped keyboard, and we saw an example of using the thumb on row 3, that's the outer row. Now, it is possible, we've seen that in the example, it is possible to use the thumb on row 3. It is comfortable. However, I don't recommend it. The thumb is best used on rows 1 and 2. The fact that the Atzarin layout is bisonoric enables us to avoid using the thumb on row 3. There's a slight loss of grip and stability on the instrument when you're using the thumb on row 3. So it's better to use the thumb only on rows 1 and 2, and it's the bisonoricity of the instrument that enables us to do so. So that passage that I was demonstrating there, those bars 25, 26 and 27 of Romance de Barrio in the Mederos arrangement, I now actually play it closing the bellows, not opening the bellows. And I have a better grip on the instrument and better air management as well, rather than continuing opening the bellows after an already fairly long passage of opening the bellows. I then close the bellows. I will be doing a video with the music, with Romance de Barrio, and perhaps we'll do some detailed explanations of that in that video. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye.